welcome back to Healthy with Nicole. In today's video, I wanted to review what kind of supplements that you might want to take if you're on the carnivore diet. It's actually one of the best things about the carnivore diet is that you will be saving a ton of money on all the supplements that you don't need anymore. I know that when I was on a vegan diet and even just a plant-based diet, I needed all sorts of supplements to feel better, and I just find that I simply don't anymore. But there are a couple things that are pretty basic that I tend to recommend to people that have been helpful for me. One of those being salt. So we often get dehydrated and most people don't get enough salt in, especially when they take out all of the processed foods. So if you think about it, most of the sodium that we get into our body is coming from processed foods. If you buy crackers or pizza or anything in a package, it's going to have a lot of sodium in it. So once you've eliminated that from your diet, your sodium levels are coming down. And we do need salt for our health. Our entire body needs salt to function, especially if you've had adrenal fatigue or anything like that. You definitely need salt in your body. Some problems with not getting enough salt is going to be fatigue, drying of the skin, constipation, digestion issues. So we really need salt in our body. And on the carnivore diet, especially at first in the transition, you're going to find that you're going to want to salt your foods a little bit. So that is really the only supplement is, electrolytes are important, but for the main thing is you want to get that salt in you. So I got this great salt from Redmond's sea salt. I love the flavor. You can also do Celtic salt. Almost any salt will work. Typical just, table salt is going to be the most processed, less quality. And so the more refined it is, I feel like it's not as good. So I would say go with a good quality salt. I also have gotten some French salts. You can get smoked salts, salts with varying degrees of iodine in them. Those are good choices as well. But salt is super important. You can get this on Amazon right here, and I'll put a link above to grab that. And then also, one other thing in terms of electrolytes, you can buy electrolyte supplements. They tend to have sweeteners added like stevia. I'm not super fan of stevia anymore. I feel like it's less helpful to your body in regards to stimulating cravings for sweets. So I tend to not recommend products that have stevia in it anymore. But you can get your electrolytes just by taking in more salt. And then the other one is magnesium. So you also get potassium from your electrolytes, but you can get a lot of that in meat and your organ meats too, which I'll talk about in a second. But this one I think is really helpful with especially digestion, helping you sleep. There's a lot of good benefits to magnesium. And yes, there are different types of magnesium. So if you're someone that struggles with digestion and elimination, you want to get the magnesium citrate, and that'll help you with that. So I typically recommend you take it when you go to bed. And yes, it makes you go to the bathroom. So if you have a problem with that, then you might want to switch to a glycinate format, which is a little bit more absorbed by the body. So just depends on your personal preference. I kind of like this, and I've been taking it for years. So either way, you're going to want to get enough electrolytes in, make sure you get enough salt. If you're feeling some of those symptoms of headaches, fatigue, similar to when we fast, then you definitely are not getting enough salt in. And then the only other supplement that I can really think of, I think people might want to consider would be organ meats. And so if you're not eating and buying organ meats, which I know a lot of people are not liking that, then you can buy the supplement. So I do like this one by Ancestral Supplements. You can get it on Amazon also. And it is a combination of liver, heart, kidney, pancreas, and spleen from cows. And so these are not common organ meats that people eat. I happen to love liver. I'll be doing a video for you on how I prepare it. It's delicious and very, very healthy. And I try to get that into my meals at least a couple times a week, but not every day. So I will supplement with this sometimes, or if I just can't find the fresh liver. So there's very little supplements that you need on a carnivore diet. If you're eating more variety and you're eating more grass-fed animals than farmed animals, you're going to get more omega-3 fatty acids. If you throw in some fish and seafood, you're going to get more iodine. These are really the things that are important on the carnivore diet. Otherwise, everything is in the meat. So you don't need to worry about vitamin C. You don't need to worry about getting off iron. You don't need to worry about all of those things that we typically take vitamin and mineral supplements for. It's really all in the meat, and you can really just keep it simple and trust that you are getting everything you need from meat. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.